Hi, Colin here from King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2021 BMW 530e SE Touring. This is the plug-in hybrid version of the car, and if you follow our social media, you'll know I absolutely gush over these G30s. I just think pound for pound, they are the best car in the world. I don't think you can spend an equivalent amount of money and get anything better. You'd have to spend treble it, in my opinion, to get something that's a better all-round car, and then add the estate factor onto it, and the practicality goes up through the roof. I personally like fast estates because I think they're nice and sleepy, and this has that. It's one of two we've ever had out of hundreds of 530, so they're a rare thing in them. The other nice thing about this one is it gets the facelift. It has the facelift rear brakes as well, the rear brakes and bumper, but it bumps up the power. We've a 20% power increase up to nearly 300 horsepower in this one, so it's a significant thing, and it's just fabulous. But as I always say, the proof is in the pudding. So we'll get into the car and we'll go for a drive and I'll show you all that stuff. But before we do, if you would kindly like and subscribe, it makes a massive difference to the algorithm. It shows the video to more people. Put a dislike on it. If you don't like it, put a dislike on it. Put a comment on it. I'll happily chat to you in the comments unless it's something ridiculous. But without further ado, as they say, let's get inside and we'll go for a drive. So here we are out in the 530 Touring. And there's two things strike you straight away in this car that are a bit different. The first is that extra 20% power. It really makes a difference. The last ones are fast, they're quick, but you got to stir them a little bit, where this one is just super effortless. Like, they're obviously drawing all the power from the electric motor, so it's very torque based, and it just makes, it improves on perfection in my opinion. It just makes it this lovely linear thing, and it's really zippy. And the next thing is the size of this big plinth screen here. It is colossal. Like, it's certainly the biggest one I've had in any of them. I think the last 530 estate we had this gigantic thing here, and it's madly impressive. Like, it's at least 12 inches, probably more. Huge thing. And again, very well spec'd in so much as we have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. We have reverse cameras on this one, but also it's connected. Like, it can go online, it can do its thing. It's pretty amazing. The Gauge Binnacle 2 is the most modern one, as you expect. Like, you get this on the 192 onwards model anyway, despite this one being the newest facelift version of the G30. It's fully adjustable. You can put all your clocks and stuff and all that kind of stuff in it. But then there's the boot. So the boot is madly practical in them because it is the Achilles heel of your plug-in hybrid. But this really squares that circle. And if you're like me, if you're a guy with kids and around the learning to cycle age, as my young lad is, fantastic. Everything just fits in the boot. And I just love them. I just love them over and above everything else. Go back to all of our other videos of 530s. I say the same thing every time. I absolutely love them. And I would 100% buy this car for myself, for my family, if I had to. Like, no doubt whatsoever. It's one of two we've ever had. The practicality is amazing. I personally love fast estates because they kind of hide in plain sight. No one's looking at them, and it's this super quick thing. Like, but at the press of a button through our drive modes, we can turn it into this mega economical limousine. We have a 12 kilowatt hour battery in this car, and it will give 60 kilometers of range. Like, every time these generations change and come out, the batteries stay more or less the same, but they're getting so much more efficient with them, so they're really working well. Then onto this actual car. I'm going to quickly show you up and down both sides of it, and it's just fabulous. It's lovely and straight. It's exactly as described. It's a fine car, absolutely fine car. Back into the cab then, and again, it's just like, close the door, the world's outside. I hear very little as I drive up and down the road. The build quality is exceptional. For me, the driving dynamics of BMW are absolutely where it's at. It's both comfortable, composed, and dynamic, and it's fabulous. The old adage for Jaguars was grace, pace, and space, and this actually does that far better than any Jaguar that I know of nowadays. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop talking about the car there. I'll just move on to us briefly, let you know who we are. We were one of the first ever second-hand dealers to be SIMI registered, and we're also, if we're not we're one of the highest Google rated second-hand dealers in Ireland, in the whole country. We'd love to have a read through those reviews and see how other people got on with us. None of them were courted. We didn't ask anyone for them. We just they're organic. They just go up when someone feels like they had a good experience. Other than that though, should you find the video on YouTube, I'll have put a description in or a link, should I say, in the description. Click it, it will take you to the ad on our website and show you the specific details about how to contact us, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And if you find it on Facebook, there's going to be a grey bar underneath the ad. Click that and it will do the same back to our website. But that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I hope I showed you some of the lovely stuff about it, because it is lovely. But that's it again. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you soon.